Hi guys, so tonight I'm going to show you how I do my smoky eye. I try to lay everything out so that we don't use up too much time. Disclaimer for anyone who's just now seeing this, I am by no means a professional, and I'm not trying to say I do mine better than anyone else. I simply have been asked, hey, how do you do your makeup such and such a way? So we're going to hurry up and get into this because we don't want to take up too much time. Since we're just doing a smoky eye, I am not actually doing my foundation tonight. But I'm just going to use my finger. I'm using a concealer as a lid primer. Just so that it kind of gives the shadow a little more chance to stick. Now, this lid primer is actually my skin color, almost an exact match, which I usually use for corrections. If you really want your colors to pop, which I think I will tonight, so I'm just going to add another layer, but I'm going to use my highlighter color. I'm just going to add it right on my lid. It's kind of like when you go to the nail salon and they put white nail polish under your nail polish so it'll be a little brighter. Okay, so I've got my primer on. I'm going to start off by doing my eyebrows because they are always the most important part of framing your face. I'm going to start off with my eyebrow wax. We're not doing product reviews, so I'm not really going to tell you what I'm using as far as brand goes. But I will tell you that I do use a brow combo. It is a wax and a powder. I use a dark brown, and then I go back in with a dark brown pencil. So now I'm using the powder. If you saw last night's tutorial, tonight would be the perfect night to start with a smoky eye, because I waxed my eyebrows. Okay, so that is done for right now. And I'm going to go in with my brow liner, which is a dark brown, and just kind of fill in the edges with short strokes. This is how I do it. I like my brows to look as close to my brow as possible. Some people prefer a little more drama. Drama's your thing, go for it. And if it's not, don't. Alright, so generally when doing a smoky eye, you want to kind of line out your eyebrows, only to give it just a little more drama, a little more pop and snazzle, whatever you want to call it. At least this is what I do. If you don't like it, tell me about it. We can try new things. I like new things. I like new shoes. I love new makeup. I love new lipstick. You know. Got no problem learning new things. Okay, I will be using that again later, so it's not going in my brush bowl yet. Alright, so I lined out my eyebrows. I didn't pull out my I did not pull out my beauty blender, so I'm just going to pat it with my finger. The heat from my finger will actually help it. And just don't rub too hard, or you're going to pretty much wipe it off, and that's not what we want to do. Okay. I'm kind of doing this a little bit in a hurry because I don't want us to take too long tonight. So I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go in just the corner for right now. Okay, and I'm actually going to go in with a bright yellow gold. I like to use my shimmer colors in the corners and as a highlighter on my eye. I'm going to use a bright yellowy gold. I'm going to go for bright colors because a smoky eye does not always have to be dark and mysterious looking. Because I remember when I started doing makeup, my first thought, I'm highlighting under my brow now. My first thought was a smoky eye always had to be black. And then you learn new things, and it's not the truth. So, the truth shall set you free. And free me it did, because boy, do I love color. Alright, so if you happen to notice that my eyeshadow is messy, I always go back at the end and use a concealer, either to highlight or to erase my mistakes, because nobody's perfect and my eyes are not the same. So I try to do the best I can. I'm going to go for my next color, which is actually going to be my new eyeshadow. I tried it once before, but I didn't like the way it looked because I was just playing around and I just didn't like it. So this is actually a teal. I'm going to go right down the middle of my eye with it. You will blend out the lines, or at least I will. It depends on the kind of drama you like. I feel like I'm not really a drama person unless it's on my face. I do like the pigment in this. It's new and only worn it once, so. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a navy. So these are not colors most people would use together, but I'm kind of like, more color, please, whenever I do my face. Especially if I have a special event to go to. And I know that my dress is plain. I definitely like a lot of color in my face. I do not live by the rule of more color in your, like highlighting only one part of my face. I will put on lipstick. I will put on everything. So once again, do not worry. Or when I do this, my face is a canvas. I will do any and everything, and it will look a mess until the final product, when it is beautiful and smoky and perfection in my eyes. There it is, my line brush. I'm going to actually line my bottom with the blue I used on, the navy blue I used on my outer corner. If you so choose, which I think I'm going to do right now, is, I have a lid right here, sorry. You can dip your eyeshadow if you don't have a gel liner. Don't mind me, I'm actually using a Motrin bottle right now because that's what I have access to. If you don't have a gel liner, you can always add a little bit of water by wetting your brush and applying your powder liner. And they'll give you a little bit of richer color. These are my tips and tricks. If you like them, use them. If you don't, you don't have to. This is not a requirement. Perfection is actually not key for me when doing my face. For the sheer fact of I will drive myself nuts and it'll take me so much longer to do my makeup. So I learned that concealer is my friend before and after the color. Alright. Both eyes done? Good. Alright, I'm actually going to dip this off before I apply. I'm going to use a cotton ball to soak that up before I close. I'll put it back on the Motrin. Beauty Essentials. Cotton balls. I love them. But now I soaked that water back up and I can put the lid back. I always keep tissues close by to clean up my messes, otherwise I'll have 40,000 colors. Now I'm going to use this liquid eyeliner. It's actually blue. And I like the black. So tonight we will use, oh, you know what? Let's not do that yet. I didn't blend my eyes out. So after that, from light to dark, and just blend it all out. So it'll make a seamless-ish color palette type thing situation. Try to sound smart sometimes. Anyway, that's all I do. I take a brush and sweep over it so I don't have such harsh lines. And I'm going to take this blue and I'm going to start in the corner, work my way out, straight across, and up. I'm going to do this a few times. And then I go back and fill it in to the actual lash line. And you go a little further into the corner. Just like that. And onto the other eye. Straight across and up. One more time with feeling, ladies and gentlemen. Straight across and up. Come back in and fill in your eyeliner. Will never be perfect on both eyes. You just gotta make it look like it is. And then further into the corners. Did I just give myself 2 lines there? I did. But concealer is a beautiful thing. So I can go back in there and clean that up. I just bring it down just a little bit so that I can have a little bit of continuity. Nothing special, no tips or tricks. It's just how I work. Okay, so my scarf is coming off, but it was really just to keep my hair back. Alright, so I'm going to take my concealer brush. I'm going to take my skin-toned concealer and just clean up the mess I made in my eye. Use my finger a little bit too. Now, when my foundation is done, there will also be contouring and highlighting on my cheeks and under my eyes, so it'll be a little brighter under there. I'm just cleaning up a little bit of extra that I got on my nose. Not doing too bad with time. Okay, and then I'm going to clean up out here. Okay, then I'm going to use my highlighter color and go back over small areas that I want highlighted. I think that's a funny word, highlighted, because when you light something, it's lit. But when you highlight something, it's highlighted. Generally, this would be a little bit brighter because it would be under my eyes, or it would be highlighted under my eyes. And then that, there that goes. Both sides. I will blend that out with my finger. A little bit under the corner. I think I erased the inner eye portion on one side of my eye. So I'm just going to highlight the whole corner and erase the other one. Ta-da! No perfection. It's like, if you're not perfect, it's okay. Jesus wasn't perfect. Or Jesus was perfect, and that's about it. So, I'm just going to take my finger and just kind of pat so the highlight stays, but the color, but it's not all mushy. Okay, now I'm going to do something. I'm going to take my bigger brush here, eyeshadow brush, and go back into the eyeliner color that I used, just to go a little. I didn't like how thin the line was, so I want it to be a little thicker. Okay. You can actually, for me, the smoky eye is not about the precision and the perfection of the liner. It's actually, for me, about how muddy you can, not muddy color, but muddy you can get the lines of the liner. So for me, this I love. Just going to go everything with that. I have one small spot I'm not going to stress about. And then the drama of the lash. I don't wear falsies often, but I love to look for mascaras that give you length and volume so that I can pretend. And then I coat both sides. Now, if you can get your mascara just right, it won't look clumpy when you coat both sides. Make sure you get all the way down to the lash line. Now, if you do choose to put on lashes, I find it best to put them on right before you do your liner, so you won't have so much going on between the adhesive and the actual and your lash and your skin, so it'll stay on better. But that's just me. So these are my smoky eyes. I think I had fun with them. I actually gave myself a double wing on this side, but that's okay. So yellow, teal, navy, have fun with it. Have fun with your face, because your beauty is all you have, as far as what makes you feel good. And it doesn't have to be a, oh, everyone thinks I'm beautiful kind of beauty, but I think I'm beautiful kind of beauty. I've said it before, and I'll say it 100 times. God doesn't make mistakes, so He'll make sure, so you're just accentuating what He gave you. I don't think makeup should ever be used to hide what you have, but definitely to bring it out, to make it pop, to make it shine, and to make everyone notice. Alright, ladies, gentlemen, friends, family, and those people who think I'm just an absolute nut job, I'm glad you stopped by. Thank you. Have a good night.